I think it's ludicrous, honestly, it's ludicrous.
Tasha didn't want to show her face on camera, but she's a lifelong Paterson resident currently experiencing homelessness. She says criminalizing the problem will do nothing to help solve it.
I want somebody to make it make sense. You're going to penalize and fine the homeless. So what will we get out of that?
But an ordinance put before the Paterson City Council Tuesday night tried to do just that, posing up to a $2,000 fine or 90 days in jail for sleeping on the street.
What makes you think that me being homeless, I'm going to be able to pay a fine? Like, what sense does that make? Do the math.
The ordinance is highly controversial. I appreciate their attempts to want to clean up the street, but this clearly doesn't address the issue of why people are homeless and what causes homelessness.
City Council President Alex Mendez introduced the legislation. He says he wants to create a task force to address the problem and that the penalties in the ordinance were just a legal formality.
The whole idea is not to criminalize the homeless.
So why was that in the bill in the first place?
And it was in the bill because I asked Corporation Counsel why we adding this portion, and his answer was like, this is the basic formality on the legal format on the legislation.
Mendez says he's retooling the legislation to reflect the need for comprehensive help.
All we want to do is we want to reach out to the homeless.
Black Lives Matter Paterson leader Bree Azevedo called the ordinance inhumane and says it's not fair to penalize people for the city's shortcomings.
We don't have enough beds. We don't have a shelter for families. We don't have resources. There is nothing in that ordinance that provided any assistance, any help, nothing.